The rest of the building, the main part of the building, is available to you, and that will be available to you tonight for as long as you want it. Okay. So thank you, and I appreciate the respect you've had for the President's office too. That's very good. It speaks highly of you. I'm Harry Kinne. I'm Director of Safety and Security.
Oh, hello, sir.
I'm bad. I didn't introduce myself. I apologize. Yes, you do. Committee, I'm afraid. People have left. I would ask you all to leave the President's office because it is a private office and we want to let staff go home. If you don't, obviously you all know you're in violation of college policy, and we will have to come in and ask you for names and that type of thing. If the goal now is, as part of your protest, to stay in this building, you will need to do it outside of the office, outside of his office. So I'm recommending that you actually do that and move now. I'm imploring you to move now. And I'd ask again, remind me of your name?
My name's Melissa Padilla.
So Melissa had what I think struck a solid compromise, which is if you'd like to meet with the President.
I think the compromise should also be negotiation. You might be a lot of words.
Well, I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but this is what I'm saying. I'm imploring you to leave this office now. If you want to continue your protest, and I take it that many of you have stayed behind, do want to continue that in some way, do it in the atrium. Tomorrow is another day, another opportunity to actually speak with the President, and that is what I recommend that you do.
Sure. Given that this is more for the people like standing in this room, protesters, whatever. Given that Mr. Klein? Kinne, I'm sorry. Already said that HPO is not going to be called. I feel like you should stay.
Well, I mean, I understand that. I don't. What Harry Kinne just said to you is he's not going to call HPD because that's not a route we prefer to go to. So I understand that. I mean, you know, but when HPD, we hope it doesn't get to the point where HPD has to be called. That's why I'm imploring you to go downstairs now. Yes.
What is the concern with us staying in the office? Because if the concern is that we'll go into his private things, we can make a commitment.
No, that's the concern is that this is his office and this is where he conducts his business. And if you're here, he can't do that. And so, as someone just read the rule, I think it was Sarah who was reading from the student handbook out loud. There are time, place, and manner restrictions on where you can conduct protests, and this is a time, place, and manner restriction. You can say what you want and hold up signs that you want, but you can't do it in here any longer. You have to move on. You need to move on because this puts you not only in violation of policy, again, but this is the President's office. It's not a matter of you going through his personal things. It's a matter of you occupying an office where the President of the institution conducts his daily business.
As far as I'm concerned, I thought students were his business.
So. Well, I think, let's not play semantics. Students are his business, but he has a lot more business than students. This is where he has meetings with folks who are not just students and not just you all. There are other students with other concerns who also come to meet with the President in this office. And again, this is a point of operation for him. It's a point where he conducts business. You all heard the code of conduct just like I heard it. Sarah read it earlier. You're Dartmouth students, so I know that the language is clear, it's plain. You understand what I'm saying to you. You understand what the code is saying to you. It is your individual decision about how you want to proceed. But what we're saying is we're asking you to go downstairs because we don't want this to get to a point where the Hanover police or additional campus safety and security officers need to be called. I think this didn't get you everywhere you want to be today, but it was a productive discussion. I think, with the opinion, I thought it was fairly productive, but here's the deal. It's not going to be productive from this point forward if the police have to be called. I can tell you that if you decide to stay, there'll be 3 or 4 safety and security officers that'll be in the building, okay? If you leave the building, you won't be able to come back in, okay? And it's really something that I think that you will make a much greater impact
with the senior administration, and I can't speak for them because I'm not part of that, but I will say that I think your impact will be greater if you leave the office tonight and continue on with the process you're doing. I just believe that.